Hey everybody, back with some more Knightquest, the Crusade reviews. And just when you think it can't get more complicated, the reading order, it does. And like I said, the reading order is kind of arbitrary because some of the stories are just kind of self-contained stories that could be read in any order. Ryan, is you right, know him from the Everybody Loves the Drake podcast, sent me a reading order list and spreadsheet. Rob was nice enough to put the reading order from the trade paperbacks to me. But this here gets complicated because I thought the reading order went Batman 503, Catwoman 6, Batman 504. And Ryan had said that it says The Search, but that it was a editorial mistake. It should have said The Crusade. And if you read Batman 503, at the end of it, it says, right here, continued in Catwoman 6 and Batman 504, sorry, I can't speak, 504, Dark Dance. But Catwoman number 6 actually takes place before the events of 503. So it's kind of like a backstory. But then at the end of Catwoman, it says here, all right, the story continues in Batman 503 and 504. So, anyways, let's get into a review of Catwoman number 6, and we can figure out reading orders and all that kind of stuff later. Besides, it's comics, you can read them in any order and jump around and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, cool cover. With it's kind of hard to make out that that's the Asbats in the back. You can kind of tell by his finger claws here. The artist, Jim Balent, penciler, and Joe Duffy, the writer. I believe they did about 100 issues on this run of Catwoman. And I think I got a lot of them, but it starts off kind of, I thought this was just kind of like a visual, like, I don't know, sort of like abstract art with Selena Kyle, Catwoman's face in the background, and these dead animals and cats in the rainforest. But when you turn the page, there's a little close-up of the cats, and then you see Catwoman is at a computer screen, and that was actually the first page there. So that was actually Catwoman looking at a computer screen, and that's her reflection in it. So I thought that was kind of cool. So Catwoman's hanging out with her environmentalist group, which I kind of don't remember all of them here, and they give their names, and it's Valentine, Dweezil, Floyd, Marv, and Doogie, which I don't know if they survived the New 52. I think they've been gone, and they're part of a group called FEMA, which is, it's in here somewhere, oh, Friends of the Earth, Nature, Magic, Alliance. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke on FEMA or that was just the best they could come up with. But here we get some backstory about the Cyclone C and some kind of radio collar that we don't really quite get to know what it is. But they talk about how there's 2 members of the group missing. Selena, who no one knows is Catwoman, and Dr. Underwood. And so then you get a lot of backstory here about Zyklon C. So obviously this is occurring before Batman 503. It's very wordy, not a lot of action. More about how this trade conference is going to have all these people who are going to get together, and they're going to use the Zyklon C to wipe out all of the animal and protected species in the rainforest area so that they can build stores and houses and strip malls. And there's just some more talking with this environmentalist group, and a lot of Catwoman just kind of sitting around, and then more and more talk, and then you find out that this guy, I think he's Job, like Arrested Development, because they say his name is J-O-B Underhill, so I guess it's not Job Underhill, but Job Underhill, is part of this group, and he is the scientist who actually invented Zyklon C, which is kind of a little distasteful, knowing that the connection to Zyklon B with the Nazis and the extermination in the concentration camps. So I wish they would have just come up with a different name for it or something. But anyway, he is about to be kidnapped or attacked by these people here. So they got a bag to, I guess, throw over him. And luckily for him, I think it's just a coincidence. I don't think he was watching them. Jean-Paul Valley, Batman, is there to protect him. Now they give like a little recap, so I guess they've assumed that some of the Catwoman readers have no idea who this guy is, and they're not reading it. So they give a little recap of who Jean-Paul is, but they make him pretty heroic. They say, you know, he gave up the life of Azrael the Avenging Angel for heroics and being a hero. and some more of that voice command magnification of his eyes until he comes down. And then they kind of say that he gives no mercy, but I actually thought it wasn't too bad. Like, the guy punches him in the armor and breaks his hand, and Batman doesn't really do anything else to him too bad. And then the guy draws a gun on him, and he gets him with his little Chinese star bat symbol thing, and then he picks up one of the guys and throws him into the other two guys, kind of cartoony, not really that savage or horrible or like terrible. So, you know, here they're making Azrael way more of just a hero who's a little bit violent, and that's about all the action in the entire book, just those pages, because the rest of it, Catwoman comes home, and of course Catwoman lives in a home with lots and lots of cats, and so she feeds her cats, and then she gets into her, from her Catwoman outfit to her Selina Kyle hippie environmentalist outfit to go back to the friends and nature and magic and all them. I don't know whose VW Bug that is, kind of cool, but that's the van that the professor had the Zyklon C in, and all of his notes, and he's talking about how he got attacked, and that the Zyklon C takes two components, and he's got it in the van. And then here this is the news's rendition of the new GNN News Batman and what it looks like, and it's kind of funny where this one guy who's kind of like a surfer dude keeps saying dude, and he's saying that he's heard that Batman got, you know, killed by Bane, and they only saved his brain, and now he's in a Robo-Bat cyborg suit. So that's kind of funny, and he's kind of hippie dude here. But what we find out is that two of these guys are just not nice, and they steal the notes. There they are. They run off with them and steal the van, and now Selina, the only way to stop them is for her to go to the warehouse, break into it, and steal the Zyklon C so that no one can get their hands on it, which is where Batman 503 kind of starts with Catwoman. And so here she is kind of just sneaking around, not much action, not much fighting. Luckily for Selina, look at this. They label the Zyklon C in a big barrel right in front for everybody to get it. And she says it weighs 50 pounds, so she picks it up, brings it to the roof, and hides it for later, because why would they ever like search it with the missing stuff? And lo and behold, this is where 503 starts. There's Batman, very angry at Selina, although as we read in Batman 503, he's kind of creeping on her and all these thoughts, and then he's going to go home and have dreams that are shameful and all this kind of stuff. So 503 then says, story continues in Batman 503 and 504, which I would say the proper order to read them would be read Catwoman 6 first, then Batman 503, then Batman 504. So tomorrow we'll do a Batman 504 video. Check out Rob and Everyone Loves the Drake podcast. Our big Knightquest, the conclusion episode, is now up for everybody to see. And Rob, Ryan, and I had a really good time recording that. Actually, no, that one's not up yet. Our 2017 one is up now. The Knightquest one is coming soon. So, hey, I'm not behind yet. Hey, awesome. All right, so I've been rambling on here. It's time for me to go. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.